Hello, hello, Danger Nals. Sorry I was late. I was feeling a little sick. But I am here. We're gonna do some analog horror. You ready, Cheery?
I'm ready, though you should probably be in bed.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, this is part 2 of They Will Thirst No More. Yes. Yes, Jerry.
Mm.
We're once again looking at Faye from around the good old US of A. Today our guest is an English transplant who now calls the town of Kate's Crossing home. She's been instrumental in introducing the Elijah Fellowship to our hometown.
Oh.
If you are interested in attending the Elijah Fellowship, stick around until the end of the show. But I will tell you, it's set in one of the prettiest places in Louisiana. Nothing like hearing the good word on the edge of the man shack. Good afternoon, Miss Brown.
Good
Oh,
evening.
yes.
Thank you so much for having me on. Can I just quickly say that it's been lovely meeting the people of Kate's Crossing. They've been so kind to us. We've
Uh-huh.
been sponsoring charity events where we can, and it's been wonderful hearing about the town and its history and such. Just a quick reminder while I have you that we're sponsoring a food drive for the homeless this weekend, and I want to encourage anyone who would like to help or just to have a chat with us to come out and participate. The Elijah Fellowship are a wonderful bunch of people, and I'm super excited to tell you about what we've been up to.
Hold on. Looks like we're getting a phone call. Someone's
Uh-oh.
saying they're interested in helping. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
Hello, Miss Brown.
Hi, nice to
That
meet
doesn't
you.
sound good.
Gosh, like I actually feel a bit like a celebrity now. Sorry. So you're interested in helping out?
No. I'm interested in saving your soul.
Oh,
You're not as
no.
welcome as you pretend to be. Some might be blinded, but the eye sees you for what you are. You and your fellowship are a
Oh, no.
pretender of peace, nothing more. But fear not. We offer you a place with us. Embrace the abandoned part of your soul, the backward part, and be filled with false hope no more.
Our God's words are clear, Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
There is no false hope, nor the flailing of a pretender. He is very real. I have seen and felt his embrace. Perhaps, if you'd like, you could attend some of our sermons and hear what we have to say.
I find that amusing, since your damnation wrapped in a mockery of salvation. You are not a friend of the angels, but you are no friend of ours either. You are a lie wrapped and twisted in another.
Now,
Oh.
wait a minute.
It's okay, Reverend. I have this under control. Mr. Smith,
Uh-huh.
you claim to offer salvation. That's bold. Come now. If you are engaged with who I think you are, then you do not offer anything positive for the good people of Kate's Crossing. These people have been through enough. It is time to let them know the glory of our God and live lives free from the shackles you might place on them. We have come to free them. We have already begun
He's
this
picking a
good
dangerous
work.
fight.
You will either
Yeah, yeah, you're picking a fight with one of the worst cults in Gate Crossing. You might die.
She's basically like, fuck off and stop killing people, which is valid. It's valid, ma'am, but are you sure you want to tell the evil people that?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
drink or you will be no more.
Mr. Smith, I've been here in Kate's Crossing for some time now, yet my mind is clear. My spirit is pure and my body is untainted. What does that tell you? I can drink the water and still retain my soul. Your master is weaker than he presents himself,
Oh my god.
and with a wave of his hand, our God can undo everything that you have built.
Be careful of your threats. Our God is a hungry God. Tempt him, and he may make a meal of you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Miss Brown. I'm not sure what that was about.
Oh, no need to apologize, Reverend. Those engaged with the Lord's work need not fear the bleating of soon-to-be-dead gods. I am
my God.
reminded of
Oh.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 11. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens.
She's gonna end up dead.
Probably, but I like her spirit.
Yeah.
You have to respect someone who will flip off and murder hobos.
Yeah. Damn, this is loud. This is direction training. Salt water.
This section shows you how to test for saltwater contamination.
With the verification policy, salt sabotage.
First, place
Most
2
listening strain
milliliters
hitting
of
the
reagent H in a test
information.
tube.
Three overall attention pollen salt salinity should be risen to 1.23 jkg-1. It is important to collect samples from various locations to benchmark efficiency.
Shake the oil sample. Then take 5 milliliters of it with the syringe provided.
Blessed oils contain 0 milligrams of salt. However, native water sources may contain traces of salt quantities. Remember, we are aiming for a benchmark salinity, not just any presence of salt.
Add it to the test tube. Put the cap back on and shake well. Before placing the tube up.
The parasite is resilient. This tip is important to protect yourself from accidental infection should any remain viable.
Upright in hot water for 1 hour. Take a test pad from the box and replace the lid, being careful only to handle it by the edges.
There should be, final step 6, though there should be no further activity. Please remain vigilant.
Using a pin, pierce it about 10 or 15 times in the center.
If she may recite the Psalms of Ascent, do so silently to avoid
Flush the
unwanted
pipette
attention.
with reagent H. Then draw off a sample of the water layer in the test tube.
You may see 3 distinct layers: water, oil, and dead parasites. If quarried, blame the sediment contamination.
Wipe off any oil and squeeze a few drops of water back into the test tube. Place the next drop of water onto the test pad and leave it for 5 minutes. Compare the result on the pad to the examples on the inside cover of the box or in the instruction manual. If there is no yellow or only a very faint
The color key should be given an approximate salinity level. Refer to hydrometer if unsure.
yellow, the water is fresh. If a large yellow patch appears, the sample is contaminated by salt water. You should always check a positive reading by repeating the test. To summarize, separate the water from the oil using reagent H. This takes 1 hour. Puncture a test pad and treat it with a sample of the water obtained. Compare the pad with the examples given. Repeat test if a positive result is obtained. Beware contamination by sweat.
Okay then.
Hi, my name is Eddie Cat. Get it? Like etiquette. Easy to understand why I love manners. Today, I'm going to help you learn good everyday manners. Knowing the right manners will make you feel good about yourself, help you win new friends.
Blending in with the infected is vital for your survival. Remember, they are also acting.
And put you at ease in any situation. And they're fun to learn. Anyone can demonstrate courtesy and kindness for others, and that's the stuff manners are made of. Do you know how to make good introductions? Eat in a fancy restaurant? Well, I'll show you.
Oh, hi, Reed. Come on in.
Till you will be invited into their house willingly, they will greet you warmly. You must not show your revulsion.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Clay. Thanks for having me over. Come here, Mom. She's in the kitchen. Mom, this is my friend Reed Thomas. Reed, this is my mom, Mrs. Smith.
Hi, Reed. Nice to meet you.
And this is our neighbor, Crystal Johnson.
Hi, Reed. It's nice to meet you.
Remember to always use first and last names when making introductions. And when you introduce...
Eye hungers for information. Do not be invasive, but all details are expected to stick to your story.
...two people, it helps to tell them a little bit about each other, like what grade they're in, and where they live, and what their hobbies are. Hey, another visitor. Let's see what happens next.
You will always be outnumbered, but some may not yet be infected. Treat them kindly, do not trust them.
Mom, this is Kanan Ross. She's in my math class at school, and she lives over at Walker Street. Kanan, this is my mom, Mrs. Smith. Hi, Mrs. Smith. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Kanan?
Did you notice that Clay didn't introduce his mom by her first and last name, but as Mrs. Smith? You should always use a title, such as Mr. or Mrs. when speaking to or about an adult. If Mrs. Smith wants...
I prefer the authoritarian structure disguised as Southern charm. Avoid familiarities and stick to formal terms.
...to be called something else, she'll let you know. Also, the rule to follow is to introduce the younger people to the adults. What do you say we catalog what we've just learned? Always use first and last names. Be sure to use appropriate titles, such as Mr. or Mrs. when introducing adults. And tell the people you're introducing something
Oh my
about each
God.
other.
For a person's the sign of a cultist, they call Pop Coke. Oh, they call all Pop Coke, yeah.
Because it's just good manners. I promised Kanan I'd go over the rules for writing a great thank you note. You should always
I feel
write a
like
thank
I'm
you note as
probably
soon as...
pissed off and infected. I'm not formal or southern. I'm Jerry.
Fair enough.
I'm not telling everyone my fucking last name. Knowing where I live, they'd immediately jump to, "You're a Mexican."
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Possible after receiving a gift, whether it's for your birthday or another occasion. Also, after you spend the night at a friend's house, you should write a note thanking the hostess, your friend's mom, for having you as her house guest. All right.
So the infected do not know. Be sure if you are like them, difference in subservience will be your shield.
Let's... To write a terrific thank you note, first, be sure to name the gift. Always mention how you'll use and enjoy the gift, and let the person know you appreciate his thinking of you.
AT's blind sites destroyed or neutralized. Several gay communities cleared of infection. Many will respond violently, but mostly prepared for resistance. True enemy can produce sinkholes, but otherwise mostly absent. Full victory may be difficult. Reinfection seems difficult, but not impossible. High rate of echoes. Enemies are substituted putting taken prisoners. True enemy is not physically located. The destruction of virus infrastructure recommended. Total number of freed and converted 34,649. That's a lot of people. Oh Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself, lift thyself, thou judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud.
This is a message for my counterpart, the one who serves the eye. Greeting. I trust your master's displeasure has now opened your eyes to the folly of your actions. Did you truly believe that an ocean would keep you safe from us? That our warnings were not worth your attention? Understand this. Our reach is long, for our gods are ancient and very real. We do not need to rely on faith alone in an absent, intangible benefactor. Our gods are present, and at this moment, filled with wrath. Unlike you, who spread your spore carelessly, with no more regard for where your taint lands, like an incautious whore. Our God selects carefully, and we who are his hands
Yeah, fuck you too.
are resourceful indeed. your agents in our land are undone. Your distribution network shattered. Your spawning pools purified by sacred salts. But you dared harm our servants. This will not stand. Not at all. You are exposed. You are vulnerable. Have you begun to understand the scale of the danger you face?
No, not really.
We have known
Yeah,
what you
but I don't
are
care.
since the moment you arrived. But you were inconsequential, and we were content to let you play king of your pathetic castle. Understand this. One of our gods is much closer than you think. They have been there for an eternity and more,
Oh.
watching. We knew exactly how to hurt you. Repent. Repent, and we may allow you to keep your little dominion.
Uh-huh.
But continue to fight shadows, and you will be destroyed utterly. Your master thinks themselves invulnerable. Witness as we shake the foundations of the earth itself.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Your master is already in our grasp. We need only tighten our hold to crush them entirely. Repent. Repent and throw yourselves on our mercy and live.
Fuck you.
No.
Resist. And you will be torn apart and scattered upon the waters you have so
Are we just
deeply
aggressively
defiled.
against him?
Yes.
You know, valid.
3
Tell me what I
no's.
want to know, Joey.
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, yeah? Well, we got ways to make you talk.
Frank Juke over there, Farley Cataloni, Johnny C, Jimmy C.
Okay. Where'd they hide my money?
I ain't saying nothing.
Can't work like this.
Can I have some more Doritos?
Samantha, we're home.
Now I remember this.
Place is still standing. That's a plus, right?
Yeah, I'm sure she has her reasons for not calling or texting me back for several days. No use hiding.
Isn't this the one thing?
Yeah, the Christian
I
box
know you're
one.
here. You're back already? Already? It's been almost 4 days.
There was some tinging water.
When this fire started, the smoke plume was visible from at least 20 miles away. Thankfully, that is not the case anymore, as firefighters now try to determine any damage that might have been done by what was in that smoke or in any potential water runoff. 2 buildings were on fire, one obviously a complete loss. That has been the concern about what might have been in that plume of smoke and going near the houses nearby. Firefighters directed their attack on one main building. The roof collapsed and only the outside walls partially standing at this point. And smoke could be seen from another metal building next to it, but firefighters did seem to have that one under control. And from our helicopter vantage point, we could see that firefighters were able to keep the flames away from several nearby storage tanks and barrels. Not sure what's in them either. A shelter-in-place order lifted now for 2 nearby schools, and as for any danger posed to the homes that surround this business on 3 sides, firefighters are still trying to determine that.
We have to evaluate the chemicals inside. We've got the hazardous materials teams on site, ensuring that there is no hazards to safety at the time and the direction that the smoke was being blown. And the direction of travel, we wanted to ensure that there was no issues at that time. So we're still working through to ensure that that is safe.
Glory be to the Eye. The Fallen One will graciously answer our prayers and consume the enemy from below. I invite you to watch as their sad little structures are devoured and digested by true majesty. They sought to destroy our master. Now they will be doomed to forever be a part of the perfection they sought to ruin. They would deny us our chance to be whole, so the Eye will grant them an eternity of misery, knowing what could have been, knowing they could have been whole. Rejoice and witness our triumph.
Now, and highlight active sinkhole. Oh, the church.
Oh yeah.
Brothers and sisters, I come to you this evening with mixed emotions.
Ow.
We mourn the loss of our cousins in the Elijah Fellowship. Such a cruel and callous way for such noble souls to pass. But what they accomplished in their time must not be overstated. We have dismantled the enemy's incursion into our land. We went to their own doorstep and destroyed their ability to spread their filth.
Ow.
We have purified the sources of the infection and freed many from its grip. But this war has been costly for both us and our adversaries. It threatens the secrecy we must both utilize for survival. And so, in exchange for certain agreements and restitution, we have agreed to a truce.
Ow.
Understand this. Should they abide by the terms, then our truce will stand.
They won't abide.
If they renege on their agreement, then we shall return. We have eyes who will remain to watch. But overall, we consider our interests in Kate's Crossing concluded. And now, let us remember our kin in happier times. And let us remember that hope that we still hold for a brighter future. I bid you good evening.
Ow. Well, they just doomed themselves.
They just gave up like little bitches.
The resurrection morning when all the dead in Christ shall rise. I'll have a new body. Praise the Lord, I'll have a new life. Eternal soul in weakness, raised in power.
Are they doing a pack like SPUC? I don't know, random person. Probably.
Well, I'll have a new home of life eternal with the redeemed of God to sing. more sorrow, no more pain, there'll be no more strife. Yes, raised in the likeness of my Savior, ready to live in glory land. I'll have a new body. Praise the Lord, I'll have a new life.
Yeah, true, remembers.
What a hallelujah morning when the last trump of God shall sound. I'll have a new body. Praise the Lord, I'll have a new life. Eternal grace on
It's chin music.
saints all shouting, heavenly beauty all around.
Well, think of the
Praise
specific
Lord, I'll
song
have
they
a new
picked for this part.
life. Well, I'll have a new home of life eternal with the redeemed.
I don't think they mean what it originally meant to indicate.
Yes, raised in the likeness of my Savior, ready to live in glory land. I'll have a new body. Praise the Lord, I'll have a new life. Well, I'll have a new home of life eternal with the redeemed.
Yeah.
No more pain, there'll be
After a truce,
yes, raised in the likeness of my Savior, ready to live.
Yeah. Pretty much.
quote unquote truce.
Glory land. I'll have a new body. Praise the Lord, I'll have a new life.
And that's it.
They bitched out!
Well, speaking of the eye, the next one is 8 Steps to the Eye.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna learn how you join. 3, 2.
Congratulations. You have been invited to join the Eye of the Fallen God. We believe that you may be of use to us, but be warned, membership is not just given. It is earned. You will be given 8 tasks. Failure to accomplish these tasks result in your sacrifice to the children of the static, where you will forever be consumed by the unworthy. But fear not. Success grants you wealth, power, and immortality, a chance to be one with the Eye. Your first task is to find where the Eye fell, deep in the bayous of Manchac, where the cypress grows blood red. Meet us on the 8th hour on the 8th day in the 8th month. Understand, there is no refusal to this honor. You will join with us or be consumed by oblivion for all eternity. We look forward to meeting you very soon.
The following notes and tapes belong to Carl Summers, a reporter for the Kate's Crossing Daily Star. He was found dead in his apartment Thanksgiving Day, 1994, after spending the better part of a decade investigating a cult called the Eye of the Fallen God. Some people believe the organization is nothing more than an urban legend. However, there are many more.
I have to pee.
Oh, I'll go to intermission then.
Won't be long.
Sure. I pretty much know that.
Okay.
You're all good?
Yeah.
Hey.
I peed.
Let's see how this person got killed.
More that believe the eye is real and had Carl murdered. I am one of those people. I've had these tapes in my possession for 30 years, scared to do anything with them. But I'm no longer afraid. The eye can't hurt me, not anymore. But I can hurt them. They'll never be able to hide again, not after the world sees them for what they truly are. Chris, if you're reading this, I'm sorry. It means the investigation ended the way I figured it would. I'm dead. Now it's up to you to finish what I couldn't. Take my notes, publish them. You need to expose the eye. Keep these monsters from destroying more lives. It might mean you'll end up like me, but this is why we got into the news. To inform people, save people, make a difference. Last time we spoke, you didn't believe me. You were convinced I was chasing an urban legend. I think after looking through this material, you'll change your mind. July 19th. It
probably
worked.
is the same place.
I received an invitation from the Order of the Eye. I have been trying to secure an invitation for the better part of a decade. It came through Landon Clark, the owner of the Burger Shack.
Oh no.
I had a tip he was connected, so I made friends. Looks like it was a good tip. The invitation came in the form of a VHS tape. If you're reading these notes, then I'm sure you've seen the tape. It asked that I meet them on the 8th of August in Bayou Man Shack, where the cypress trees grow red. Easy enough. Anyone from Tangipahoa can find Ruddock. A few days later, I received another tape through the mail. There was no return address, and it was labeled The Pledge.
Remember the pledge. You will be required to recite it on the 8th hour of the 8th day of the 8th month. Failure will result in your sacrifice to the children of the static.
Oh.
I swear to embrace the vision of the fallen eye. I pledge to serve with unwavering commitment, and in all my endeavors, I will strive to do the will of the eye, even if it means my death. I surrender my fear because I am always seen. I have nothing of worth except my body and soul, which I offer in hopes of finally being whole once more. Where I was one, I am many. We are the eye with many heads. This oath cannot be broken in this life or the next.
And that's why I'll never take that stupid oath. Fuck you.
August 9th. I pulled off the Rudock exit around 7 p.m. Normally there isn't much to see, but that wasn't true this time. I noticed a dozen vehicles parked under the interstate. Someone dressed in a heavy cloak and a bright green mask that resembled a single eye came out to meet me. In my rearview mirror, I noticed two more lurking around. They asked me for my name. I gave it and was allowed to park. I have a feeling if I was someone different, this would have ended badly. I was escorted to an airboat where I was greeted by several more members of the Eye. None of them said a word, and all of them were packing heavy artillery. They brought me to a massive wooden structure in the middle of the bayou, built under the blood-red cypress trees. It resembled an enormous cabin, but built on massive pilings. Before they allowed me inside, they gave me a blank white mask. This group clearly values secrecy. Inside there were hundreds of hooded people, Each of their faces were covered by identical bright green one-eyed masks. Only 8 of us were dressed in what I would consider normal clothes and plain white masks. We were kept in the center of the great hall while the others mingled around us. None of them spoke to us, and we didn't speak to each other either. The presence of an armed escort encouraged us not to. 8 of us were to be inducted, but only 6 of us made it through. We were asked to recite the pledge one after the other. I was second, and I gave it with no trouble. The next guy and the woman at the end weren't so lucky. There were no second chances. They escorted them to an empty room located in the back of the hall. It seemed empty, save for a single television. Playing on the television was static. They placed them in the room and closed the door. I could see the room get brighter through the cracks, but the light looked dirty, almost like static. I heard them scream, but it sounded distant, far away, like it was on the television. Then there was silence. They opened the door and there was nothing. I don't know where they went nor how. Maybe they dropped through the floor. Regardless, I'm pretty sure I won't see them again. More than likely, no one will see them again. After the ceremony, they explained that we were not quite members of the order yet. But this was the beginning of our journey. They handed us the next tape to be watched before our next meeting in 8 days. They placed the 6 of us back on the airboat and sent us on our way. As the cabin shrank from the distance, I could hear them celebrating.
Well, that's creepy as shit.
Congratulations on giving your pledge. Don't forget those words. Any member who forgets their pledge will be fed to the children of the static. You have only taken the first step in your journey to be closer to the eye. Now, we must ask you to burn away your former life so that you can make room for your new one. In 8 days, you will meet with the Order again, and you will be required to bring something of importance, something that you care deeply about, something that is priceless only to you. You will cast it into the fire. If your sacrifice is found wanting, you will be cast into the fire instead.
Oh, God.
I trust you will take this threat seriously.
August 13th. 4 days after the oath, I received a black box through the mail. Inside was a black bow and a VHS tape. I don't know why, but this tape made me feel a little more nervous than the others. It's probably because I'm now on the inside, in their world. I'm not a full member yet, but to some degree, I am part of the Eye. Their property, I suppose. I guess that's fair. I did take their oath after all.
Probably burnt.
Hello, Carl. In a few days, you will be taking your next step toward a higher calling. You will be one step closer to the Eye. In 4 days, we will come and escort you to the Great Fire. Along with this tape, you should have also found a black bow. Place it on your sacrifice.
Did you call
Again,
me?
be sure that it is worthy of the Eye, or it will be you in the fire.
You said what? Oh.
Huh?
Sorry, Spoo was talking.
I see.
I talked back.
The Eye is definitely quick with their threats. I placed the bow on a small hunting knife given to me by my father.
Aww.
It was the last thing he ever gave me. I keep it next to a photo of him in my bedroom. Yeah, I have many photos of Dad with the family or by myself, but it's my only picture with him and me. I couldn't be over 10 in the picture. We were at the beach. I'm wearing the biggest smile, and while he is also smiling, there seems to be a hint of sadness to him, almost like he knows that he'll be gone in a few days, found dead in his office. I was the one who found him. It was after school, and Mom was working at the hospital. We always did pizza when she had evening shifts, so I was excited when I got off the bus. I can still see the bullet wound on the right side of his face. I always thought that was strange since he was left-handed. He didn't leave a note either, or at least that's what we thought. It wasn't until Mom passed when I was cleaning out old things that I found what I thought was never written. It was folded in a book of fairy tales that he used to read to me at bedtime. The letter was addressed to me and dated March 1974, the month he died. It read, "Carl, my boy, I don't know when you might find this note. You may never see it, and maybe that might be for the better. But I feel compelled to explain what will most likely come to pass. I will be found dead. How it will happen, I'm not sure. That is for them to decide. I've made a deal with very bad people, a group that call themselves the I. I thought helping them would help us all, but I see now they are evil and corrupt. And if I stay with them, they will corrupt you and your mother as well. So I've decided to expose them. If I am successful, you will never see this letter. If not, you might. I pray for the former, but fear the latter. Know that I love you, always. Your father, Walter Lane."
Oh.
There you have it, Chris. Now you know who I really am. Carl Lane. Not that the name should mean anything. My father wasn't famous. He was a manager in a finance company. My dad had notes hidden through his library. I didn't get the full picture, but I was able to piece together enough to get me started. Started on a journey that would lead me to discover my father's murderers. Now I'm one of them. I wonder if my dad would be ashamed. No, I'm not one of them. I'm the poison pill they don't know they've already swallowed.
I don't feel like he's
So
gonna
that's
end
why I
up
changed
dead.
my name to Summers. Created a
Yeah.
fake identity.
I mean, it starts
I
off
obviously couldn't take the
literally
chance.
by saying, if you're reading this, I'm dead, so.
Yeah.
That they would recognize Lane. And I doubt they'll connect me to him. Enough time has passed. I am banking that they've forgotten about him. Too arrogant to recall a life they snuffed out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the eye came for me. I was watching television alone in my home. The doors were locked. I know. I double-checked. Several of them found their way into my living room. Before I questioned their abrupt appearance, everything went black. I woke up in a vast field. It seemed like a different part of Louisiana, somewhere far from Kate's Crossing. Again, we had masks on and were told not to remove them under the penalty of death. We were escorted to a large pit. In it was the hottest fire I have ever felt. It was like staring down a hole straight to hell. We were surrounded by hundreds of members of the Eye. They were spectators to this ceremony. Each of our gifts were laid out in front of us, wearing their black bows. A woman in a golden one-eyed mask asked each of us to describe our gift and toss it into the fire. I was first. I told them it was the last gift my father was able to give to me. It was hard, but I did as told and gave it to the fire. A red flame popped up like hot grease from a pan. The spectators clapped in response, and I was asked to take a seat in front of them. The next guy had a watch. He said it was expensive and tossed it in.
No.
A black puff of smoke emerged from the
Oh,
flame as
that's
a
not what
response.
the eye wanted.
The spectators started whispering.
He's dead.
The woman shook her head and told him he was warned to take this seriously. Two large masked figures approached him from either side, grabbed him by the shoulders. He begged for a second chance. My instincts nudged at me to help him, but I know what these people are capable of. They slung him into the open flame. I could hear his screams as he fell through the fire.
Oh.
A red spark popped out after his screaming ceased. The spectators clapped. Fortunately, no one else's gift was rejected. After the last was offered to the fire, everything once again went black. I woke up in my living room with another tape sticking out of the VCR.
Oh.
It is time to extinguish the flames of your former life. The water in our parish is very special. It is blessed with the blood of the eye, but it unfortunately is diluted by the enemy. In 8 days, you will be brought to its most pure source, where you will allow the waters to nourish you. It will feed your body and your soul. With every drop, you will get closer to us, to the eye. Afterwards, a piece of the eye will grow inside you, develop, live with you, join with you, transform you into one of our many eyes. Do not fear this step. Embrace it. It is by far the most important, the most necessary. Welcome my brother to the eye.
Thank you. I want to join the eye.
August 18th. This time, when the Order of the Eye came for me, it wasn't under the cloak of darkness. I wasn't knocked out or made to wake up in some mysterious location. No, this time I was escorted to the next part of the initiation by a friend, or someone I was pretending to be friends with. It was Landon Clark. I greeted him, and he hugged me, called me brother. I could tell he meant it. His grip was tight, like family. It reminded me of how my dad hugged me. After today, you're truly one of us, he said. The water is the most important part. His blood, his eyes, will forever be a part of you. We'll all be one. Drinking anything's blood didn't sit well with me, even if it was metaphorical. But I knew better to not say anything. Landon took me to the abandoned Tangi water treatment plant, the one that was bombed by terrorists a few years ago.
Oh no. He's infected.
Yep.
From the outside, it looked unsafe, like it was barely standing. I never could understand why they didn't knock the place down, especially after they established the new location. Once inside, it was clear why this place was still here. It was decorated with symbols of the eye. It felt like an abandoned church. And to them, the eye, I suppose it was. At the bottom floor, there was a cave, and we went deeper than I thought was possible this far south. At the bottom, there was a pool of water. It glowed bright blue, bright enough to illuminate the entire cave, bright enough for me to see it wasn't rock we were standing on. It was way too soft.
Very true, random person.
It felt like flesh. Landon grabbed the cup, filled it with the bright blue liquid, and took a sip. He then handed it to me. I didn't want to drink it, but this group clearly took their traditions and superstitions seriously. Refusal would have been the end of me. As the liquid passed my lips and down my throat, I instantly became energized, refreshed. This was the best water I'd ever had. He took the glass and filled it again. He drank, then handed it back to me. Drink as much as you like, he said, because you won't be able to taste it again until you bring another into our ranks.
Ow.
We drank our fill, then he brought me home. He left me with a tape and told me he'd see me soon.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You are now a full member of the Eye. We are many, but you are one of the elites. One of the Eyes chosen. Many of our little Eyes are unaware they're even members, but that will never be you. Not now. Never again. You will forever be in control of your destiny. Come and celebrate your ascension. Meet with your brothers and sisters. Meet with your new and forever family. Join us at our celebration and witness the fruits of our sacrifice.
Damn.
August 29th. I knew the Eye was evil, and of course they are. But they are something worse than I could have ever imagined. I thought they were just well-connected people, ruining the lives of others for their personal gain. But they are beyond that. The thing they worship is real and horrible. I know this sounds crazy, Chris, but seeing it is crazier. God help me. I wish I could wipe it from my mind. Landon picked me up at 7. I changed into a tux that he provided, and we arrived at the Royal Oak Country Club promptly at 8. There, I mingled with people from all over the world. Millionaires, senators, representatives from both national and the state level.
Oh.
I saw Mayor Watts too. I even had a chance to speak with Big Bear Dunnington's oldest son, Franklin Dunnington. People I had no chance of knowing or meeting welcomed me like a brother. But seeing these people didn't surprise me. Some of them I actually expected. But there were thousands of members there. So many people. I didn't have a chance to meet everyone. I have no doubt they chose this place because it's heavily secluded. Miles of trees and swamp in every direction. The country club has a massive hall that can easily house 500 people, but that didn't matter. We were outside in the clearing behind the club, which can occupy thousands. At the far end of the clearing was a gigantic lake. There were 20 to 30 tables near the water, all of them filled. It looked like a different party. There was a row of lanterns that separated our party from theirs.
Oh.
Landon warned me not to go near them. Don't cross the row. Everyone that I need to know was on this side, he said. 15 minutes before midnight, we gathered toward the lanterns. The people in the other party must have sensed how awkward this seemed. A few waved us over, but we didn't budge. Finally, one of them came toward us.
Yeah.
But before he could take more than a couple of steps, the ground shook. I was about to find out why I was supposed to stay on my side of the party. A gigantic one-eyed serpent-like creature emerged from the water. It stared at the poor people near the lake. Some of them tried to run. Safety was too far away. Everyone on the other side was sucked up into the air and toward its eye, which also seemed to work like its mouth.
Oh,
I was able to sneak one photo of the creature here.
Oh, that is huge.
That is not a snake. Don't fucking call that a snake.
After consuming its
I'm
meal,
insulted.
it writhed and wiggled in pain. I could hear a moan come from the creature. A stream of vomit erupted from its eye and toward the ground. And after it was done, it disappeared back into the water. We approached what I thought was its waste. Maybe that was what was left after it ate those people. But I was wrong. The pile of vomit was moving, or at least trying to. It was eyes the size of baseballs. The older members raced toward the pile, picked them up with the care you'd place on a child. They rejoiced. The eyes blessed us and returned to us our brothers and sisters.
Okay then. That's disgusting.
You are about to take part in what is our most important step. The eye promises us power, glory, but perhaps its most generous gift is rebirth. These eyes are loyal souls that have joined with the great eye after their first death. Now, these loyal members are being rewarded by being given a second chance in life, a new life given by the eye. Our job is simple. We place these eyes into objects such as stuffed animals and toys. We then find victims and give them these gifts. And in a short time, the eye, our friends, will latch onto the soul of these new bodies and be reborn. This is the promise of the eye. This is our promise to you.
Oh my.
Body snatching made easy.
September 22nd. I spent the last 3 weeks stuffing these eyes into stuffed animals. It's disgusting. And I don't mean the act itself. I'm talking about what they're used for. Every one of these things is a potential life stolen. I can't continue this. Undercover or not, I'm contributing. That makes me a monster in my book. Which means it's time. Time to end this. Time to bring it all down. Time to give my poor dad peace. I should be happy. But honestly, this is scary.
Yeah.
Too damn scary.
That makes sense.
But I need to time this just right. I need to have the evidence ready. People aren't going to easily believe that there's an otherworldly cult controlling the world from the shadows. Hell, I doubt you believe me, Chris. No hard feelings. I struggle with it too. And I saw the damn thing. I'm sure there's an arm of this organization that will do everything possible to shut me down, make me look like a fraud, which means my life is most likely over. I have no doubt they will take this double cross seriously and personally. I don't know the where or how, but they'll come for me. One minute I'll be here, and the next I'll be gone forever. Morbid, I know, but I need to write this. I don't want you to always wonder. There has to be peace in that. At least I hope there is. When that day comes, I'm sure whatever they do, it's going to hurt. But if I hurt them just a little more than they hurt me, it'll be worth it. September 30th. I just received a tape that shook me to the core. I don't know if this means they know. How could they know? I've been so careful. But maybe that's what they wanted me to think. They wanted me to get comfortable. But why? Why let me get this close? Why let me see their world, their deity? They were just gonna kill me.
I hope this tape finds you well. We are proud of all that you accomplished, but it is time for you to learn more, be more. On October 8th, I would like to meet you face to face. We will have dinner at the Royal Oak Country Club. Don't be afraid. It will just be me and you. I'd like to see you with my own eyes. It's been too long.
No. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know why, but when someone tells you don't be afraid, it has the opposite effect. I can't help but think of all the gangster movies I've seen. You show up to eat, but you end up dead. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but it's easy to be paranoid when you know that you're up to no good. No, this has to be something else. But that doesn't mean whatever this is isn't any less dangerous or deadly. October 7th. I've heard nothing from the Eye. Not a single peep. The pessimist in me thinks it might be the calm before the storm. Perhaps. In case this is the end, I'm mailing a copy of these notes to you, Chris. At least if something happens, you'll know everything up to the moment I went to the meeting at the Royal Oak. Hopefully this isn't the end, but if it is, I want to be prepared. If I don't get them, then at least I know you will. And I can die with that. October 9th. Well, that meeting was unexpected to say the least. I'm still here, for the moment, so at least there's that, right? I met with a Mr. Vint. I don't think he was much older than me. Something about him felt much more mature, yet familiar, kindly. We spoke for somewhere close to 3 hours. It was less business than I expected. I felt like I was catching up with an old friend, or cousin, or something similar. He asked a bunch of personal questions, mostly about my mother, growing up, life in college. Nothing about why I joined the Eye, which I thought was odd. But maybe they don't ask questions to things they think they already know. I kept it as true as possible. Easier to keep track of the lies.
That's true.
The meeting concluded with me being promoted. They want me to manage the Eye's affairs in the northern part of the parish. They're grooming me to possibly take over a bigger territory in the future. Unbelievable. I guess the time isn't right to expose the organization. Think of the access I'll have in a leadership role. What I can learn. This could be real power. Real power to effectively end the Eye once and for all. October 15th. Today I was briefed by North Shore Research's Internal Review Board. All of them are loyal members of the Eye, of course. They informed me of their advancements in artificial intelligence and their plans to release a genetically modified version of Advanced Tinchbahoa encephalitis into a small town. They were deciding between Springfield, Laplace, and St. Roch.
Oh, the
We need
itch.
to make sure this doesn't happen.
Well, too bad it did.
October 18th. The folks at North Shore introduced me to their artificial intelligence, Prophet. They claim it was a gift from the eye. Nasty thing. You can feel his disdain for humanity through the computer monitor. October 20th. So apparently they're aliens. Advanced Tangboho-encephalitis is an alien species born from the eye, and most of us are already infected to some degree, especially me. That's what I drank. That's what's in the water. It's mostly harmless until it decides not to be. But when you free it, alter it, it can be quite deadly. Or at least that's what I'm learning. November 2nd. I met Governor Edwards today. He made it clear that we had the full support of his office. I don't think I've ever felt so connected,
How do you feel?
so
Good,
powerful.
Looking forward to seeing
It's
Prof
tempting to
again.
keep the office.
I want to
After
see
all,
Prophet.
It would only cost my soul. November 9th. I was just wine and dined by a room full of state senators and representatives. All of them were asking me for favors. Me. Feels different being on the other side of things. Mr. Vint has requested another meeting for tomorrow. Wanted to see how things were going. November 10th. They know everything. They always knew. Since the beginning. God, how could I be so stupid? They know who I am, Chris. They know that my last name is really Lane. They know that I'm trying to expose them. And I'm sure you're asking how. How did they find out? Why did they let me join? The answer is ridiculously simple. Stupidly simple. Mr. Vint is Walter Lane, my dad.
Oh.
Reborn in another body. In a body he stole. This was a lot to take, of course. He tried to ease me into it. But how the hell do you ease someone into this? He explained to me that when he died, he awoke inside the eye, inside its belly. There were thousands of others joined in its flesh. That's where he became whole for the first time. It was there he realized that he was wrong about the eye, that the eye was good. Maybe the only good left in the world. And after he was resurrected, the only thing he could think to do was make sure we were together again. Father and son. The organization didn't like it, but he was able to convince them I'd be useful. So here I am.
Wow.
God help me, he was actually excited about the thought of us spending Thanksgiving together. He tried to hug me, but I refused. I thought about nothing else but destroying the eye for so long. Give his soul a chance to rest. But my dad didn't need to rest. He's one of them. But is he really? He felt like my dad. No, more like the memory of my dad.
That's exactly
He
what
was
he is.
more,
the memory
maybe
of your
less than
dad.
he was.
Yep.
It was his eyes. Even in the body of another person, I recognized him, but not completely. There was something extra, something evil. It was the eye. So many emotions. I felt so many things. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wanted to embrace him. Embrace him in this false, stolen body. It was my dad. I felt cheated out of growing up with him for so long. And now he's right here in front of me. The eye gave me what I asked for, answered my prayers. Maybe the person he was before he died was wrong. And this version is right. Maybe this is the way. I could hug him, take my place in this organization, meet someone, and wait to live again forever. No, this is a lie. This man is a lie. This whole damn organization is a lie, and I won't fall for it.
And you're gonna
I
die.
vowed to expose everything. That's when he warned me. Warned me that if I attempted to expose the eye, hurt the organization, that my punishment would be worse than being fed to the creatures in the static. I would be rejected from everything that the eye blessed. I would be an abomination, a creature twisted by death, doomed to be trapped between life and the eye. I would be some sort of vulture, picking the remains of those I wanted to save. Again, I refused him. As I left, I heard him say, "Please." I turned to find him frowning. He looked genuinely sad. But that wasn't my dad. Not fully. It was his memories, but something was off. Not quite right. The light that made him was replaced by something else. He can threaten me with damnation all he wants. Clearly, I'm already damned, whether it's a part of the eye or not. It's just up to me to decide how.
That's fair.
November 17th. I've been holed up in my apartment since meeting my dad. He's called at least a dozen times, begged me to reconsider. I haven't answered. I won't. I've hung up every time. November 19th. I'm almost done with the article. It doesn't read like the news, more like a crazy horror movie. Beside the phone calls, I've had no contact from the eye. Perhaps they're nothing but empty threats. Maybe this is going to turn out to be okay after all.
Yeah, it's something that he's gonna die.
I am disappointed, son, that you cannot see beyond your hate, but I realize that this hate is partly my fault. I left you believing a lie. We can still be a family, Carl. The time we lost is a fraction of what is promised. We can be an eternal family joined with the eye. But time is running out. Please don't refuse this gift. The eye is generous but easily angered. You don't understand what's going to happen if you continue to reject your vow. Your body will be broken. Every bone will be twisted and turned. Your eyes pushed to the back of your skull. Your soul will constantly be pulled between heaven and the eye, but always denied either. You will be forever upside down, seeking the flesh of whatever prey you can scavenge. Those brief moments will be your only salvation. They will be the only time you will feel human, but they'll be short and brutal. Don't let this happen to you, son. At least speak to me one last time.
No.
He would love that.
Yep. We're not gonna do it.
November 24th. My arm is broken. I can feel my bones twisting, losing vision. Make them pay. Please.
Oh. Oh, he didn't die.
Carl was a good friend and a better man. Now he's nothing more than an urban legend. And it hurts me every time I hear someone in the neighborhood repeat that ghastly rhyme. But I fear there may be some truth to it, and he truly isn't waiting to greet me in the next life. I was scared for so long to make good on our promise, but mortality has a way of making us heroes in the end. Your work is seen, and now so are they. Finally, it is time to blind the eye forever.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of the inverted man? If not, then allow me to tell you everything I can.
Oh, we saw this earlier.
He flies above us unassisted. His bones are broken, his neck is twisted. He's always pointed toward the ground. In fact, everything about him is upside down. Scars and bruises cover his face. His every feature seems displaced. The creature's smile is black and broken. From his mouth, a word is never spoken. He has no eyes that you can see, but he can find you. I'm sure you would agree. Best be inside when that moment is here, because it'll be your last, just to be clear. I pray that you never see the inverted man, because I've told you everything I can.
That's interesting.
I remember, I think when we first heard that, it was from a video game.
No, it was one of the earlier 1-minute videos that we did.
No, I'm pretty sure it was from a video game. I wonder if that rhyme is old.
Yeah, it says right here. Have you heard of the inverted man right here?
Oh.
We watched
yes,
it on
you are
here.
correct.
I'm getting really tired. I think I'll just end it here. We at least got through 2 of them. Yeah, I'm too tired to think of food to raid. So, Jerry, go ahead and do your last words.
And remember, if something makes you feel sick, spit it out. Good luck, random person.
Good luck. And Danger Noodles, tomorrow I'll be doing SP tier listing. As we're on schedule, and I'll see you guys then, and I can't think of any weird last words, just goodbye.
Good night.